Does Rory Gilmore ever just bug you? At the beginning of the show, she was somebody we could look up to, somebody almost as a role model-esque for those tricky teen years. And then, by the end of the show, she was not my favorite. Not really somebody that I wanted to be like or emulate. Why was that? Grab your coffee, let's find out. After watching and rewatching this show countless times, I think I have finally figured out how to fix Rory Gilmore. There are some very obvious parts in the series that you will probably think of as Rory's worst moments, and whether or not I cover those in this, I think the sentiment will connect through. A quick disclaimer is I didn't really stop rooting for Rory until the reboot. Because of all the factors that we're going to talk about in this video, by the time we got to the reboot and she was where she was, it became very hard to like this character. First, let's start at the beginning of the series and why it is so frustrating that Rory does not end up where we want her to. Rory is from small town America. She wakes up in the morning and walks to get her morning coffee. She then gets on the school bus or her mom drives her to school, and she gets to go to a very impressive school, Chilton. She is able to go to Chilton because she has grandparents that allow her that opportunity, and in return, she has to have, and her mother, have dinner with them once a week. Not too bad of a repayment plan, if you ask me. After Chilton, Rory basically gets into every Ivy League school that she applies to, and eventually picks her grandfather's alma mater, Yale. Now, that may cause everything from jealousy to frustration in us that Rory has all of those opportunities, but just having the opportunities is not the thing that bugs me about Rory. Rory Gilmore truly bugs me because in season 1, she is set up as the Stars Hollow kid. She is set up as the teenager who tries, works hard, overcomes. Like when she first joins Chilton and goes there, she is not doing well. She was the smartest kid at her previous school, but she is no longer the smartest kid here. She starts getting not great grades, and then she learns. She tries hard. She works at it. She progresses and learns from that. Likewise, with Dean, in her first relationship, from what we can tell, she really hasn't seen a great role model of what love looks like in a boyfriend-girlfriend type relationship. So she stumbles, but then she learns and she finally says,
"Because I love you, you idiot."
Do you remember the first kiss?
But that's the thing. She doesn't learn. And this is the character flaw that we will begin to see rot this character. And here is why I believe that this is the essential piece that would fix this character if Rory had gotten this right. And it's not that Rory Gilmore makes mistakes. We all make mistakes. It's that when Rory makes a mistake, she does not learn from it. Sometimes she looks like she learns from it, and then she goes right back and makes the mistake again in a later season. And this is why I submit to you, this is the reason that we stopped eventually rooting for her. Because we didn't get to see her learn from those mistakes. We didn't get the satisfaction of, okay, I messed up in XYZ area, but I learned, I fixed it, and now I'm a better person because I learned from that mistake. She kisses Jess in season 2, and then feels bad, learns from that mistake, but oh wait, she doesn't. In season 5, she cheats with a married man. Doesn't matter if he was yours first. He's not yours right now, honey. And then, in the reboot, she cheats once again. Where's the learning? Also, I'm not sure exactly where this starts. If you know where this starts, leave a comment below. But at some point, she also starts getting a little bit, I don't know, like higher than, maybe uppity, maybe she's starting to get a little entitled. Because similarly, in A Year in the Life, she doesn't even prepare for, almost an audition, a interview that feels so not Rory Gilmore. Like, where is this Rory Gilmore?
I can't be late on my first day of school. You know what happens to people when they're late on their first day? Shorter. For the rest of the year, they're labeled the late girl.
Oh, so dramatic.
Now, the big question. How do we fix Rory? How do we have her be somebody that learns from mistakes and doesn't adopt that kind of entitled mentality? I submit to you that we swap out that character trait of not learning from her mistakes with humility. She's a teenager and makes a mistake by kissing Jess while dating another person. And then she realizes that she breaks up with Dean to date Jess. But she learned from that moment of cheating that she does not want to do that again. So when she cannot find her mom and she's feeling really sad and Dean comforts her, she realizes that as a moment of, ooh, this could go a lot further, a lot quickly, and she does not cheat with a married man. Similarly, when she has the conversation with Mitchum and Mitchum says,
You don't got it. Now, guts can be wrong. Mine's been wrong before, but not often.
my first instinct is to not have Rory spiral because I don't want her to. I don't want her to go down that path. But in reality, we all make mistakes. We all have these things. And that's not the character trait that would switch it for Rory, is never making a mistake. It's learning from them. So in this rewrite, she still spirals. But in our rewrite, it is a different way that she ends up going back to Yale that solidifies her character and helps her learn from past mistakes. So Rory's spiraling. This is her moment. This is her call to adventure. And the person that puts her back on the path is her grandfather. Her grandfather finds out that Mitchum said those horrible things to her, that he broke her down, and he gets really frustrated, similarly to what we see in the show. But this time, he approaches Rory. He puts that confidence back into her. He says, no, this is who you are. This is your worth. These are the things that you can do. And you can't let one man's opinion just derail that whole goal and inspiration that you have for your life. So she goes back. And now she's steady in who she is. The beauty that I love about this is it has authority figure versus authority figure. It has somebody that she believed was on her side and was her boyfriend's father, somebody that is very powerful in the industry, but it also has somebody that she has respected. We've seen that relationship grow over time, and he truly does care about her. So when Richard gives her the ability and that power and that just belief in herself, it really sticks. Rory has learned from her grandfather of who she is once again and is reminded of that, and she asks for a meeting with Mitchum. She asks for him to explain himself in why he thinks that she doesn't have it and why he thinks that she can't make the cut, knowing that she can. So, in theory, it doesn't matter what he ends up saying. If he changes his tune and realizes, no, I was just kind of being really petty Betty about everything, or if he truly believes that, she will go somewhere that when they have constructive criticism, it's real constructive criticism and it's meant for her betterment. And she learns and grows from that and finds a job somewhere else. Humility doesn't mean just lying down. So in this scenario, she is willing to be disagreeable. Disagreeableness is okay as long as it's not from a place of I'm better than you. It's okay to stand up for yourself. So she does that in a way that is humble and isn't kind of like a hurt child, which is what I felt like we saw in college era Rory. In the reboot, whether or not you believe that Rory should say yes or no to Logan's proposal, she still goes on that campaign trail. She still is humble enough to learn from all of that experience, and her candidate wins. So I don't really understand how in the reboot she does not have a job or anything lined up besides one single article that was successful once. It feels off. It feels off for that character because once again, she's not learned from past mistakes. She is self-aggrandizing and feels better than in a way that season 1 Rory feels almost like an entirely different character. So when she's mean to Pat at the pool, when she again I don't know why it just feels so out of her character to not be prepared for an interview because she feels like it's deserved to her.
Oh, if I worked here.
Sell me.
Sell. Okay, we're selling. That's a totally different outfit.
And that's that humility piece that I think would really fix Rory Gilmore. Let me know if that's what you think and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye.